Good morning, everyone. My name is Kimberlie Wright. Welcome and thank you so much for joining Making Something Out of Nothing, the class all about upcycling and recycling crafts. All right, today, we're going to go ahead and get straight into our holidays and events, something that I use to encourage you all to give you new ideas for art, your writings, whatever, something that might strike your interest. All right, so today is September the 21st, it's Tuesday, 2021. Today is the Harvest Moon Festival, International Day of Peace, Mid-Autumn Festival, Mid-Autumn Moon Festival. So y'all know the fall, the season is about to change. Miniature Golf Day, National Chai, C-H-A-I Day, Chai Day, National IT Professionals Day, and National Pecan Cookie Day, and World Alzheimer's Day. All right. So if any of those stroke your curiosity for whatever reason. All right, today we were continuing our CD art. I hope that you all have been having fun with that particular project. Right now, I'm going to show you how I'm basically going to finish the heart piece that I had. So I've already put my string together for the top right here. And I double stranded or looped it. This is how it looks. This is for the top of the heart. And I'm gonna just get that. So once again, I can show you all how to put the hole into that. This is how that looks. All right, so I'm just gonna lay that down gently so that it doesn't get tangled. And I'm gonna grab this needle tool and a hammer and just go right into the center. And remember, sometimes if you didn't leave a space for a hole, the piercer will make an impression through your CD. However, it may come up and you might have to re-glue the CD down, possibly. So just be careful and try to get it kind of centered. All right. So I made a hole through both sides. I just want to make that one a little bit larger, so I won't have a problem with the double string going through it. And then I'm just going to grab that string, and I left it untied from the bottom portion. I'm going to put that through there and just tie it as many times that I think it needs to be feeling strong enough for me. So I'm just taking my time trying to wriggle both of those through that hole. I see the one that I do have through there, and I might have to take this out and actually make it wider, possibly. Let's see. All right, so that's what I'm gonna have to do. I actually just want to make this hole a little bit wider by taking that same tool through there Kind of just wiggling it around. That should do the trick. And I've also secured this particular fishing line at the end of each of the beads so that the beads would not fall off. Especially if at some point in time, the piece might particularly break. You know how sometimes you have something that breaks and all the beads just fall off? Well, that's what I did. I double secured it so that if I did have any problem like that, it wouldn't just fall off. All right. So I'm making my knot how short I want the piece to be. When I made the moon, it was a little larger than this. So I don't want longer. Sorry, not longer. Not larger. I don't want this piece to be as long, a little bit shorter. And so far I've tied that knot 3 times. I'm gonna go probably about 4 or 5. 4, I think 5 would be good for me. Then I'm gonna cut the excess or the tail end off. I'm just making sure to pull that last knot tight. And then here's my excess, just sitting it to the side. And basically, give me 1 second. All right. Anybody got any questions, suggestions, or comments out there about the wind chime so far? Anybody making I know that Ms. Vicky, a couple of people showed their pieces. 1 second, class.
Kim?
Yes, ma'am.
All these tubes that we were making, are we gonna use these?
What tube? The tubes, yes, ma'am. I'm gonna start to show you what I was gonna do with them today. So in case
good.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Okay. Thanks.
All right.
All I did, Kim, was add some more jewels to my little one. I haven't painted the other side yet, but it's a work in progress. I've added some more jewels to
1 second.
To the bottom.
1 second.
I added some jewels. Can you see?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you lay it flat now? We'll see it flat now. Just no flat, no up facing. Sorry. Okay, that looks good.
Yeah, so
you continuing to work?
I'm continuing to work on it, and added a few more mirrors onto my star.
Okay.
Put some mirror down here at the top to emphasize the corners.
That looks really good.
I have a little jewel in the middle. It's reflective type jewel. It's not really a jewel. It's just a reflective strip.
That looks good.
Oh.
So keep going.
So it's a work in progress, and I changed my chain. I put the gold. I tried some gold strings in the chain. My chain is black, by the way, but I put.
How do you like the gold?
Well, it doesn't highlight. So I might get a heavier gold. I just got a little thin gold.
So you can take 3 strands and make a long braid.
Yeah, but I threaded it through the chain. See, the chain is just black.
Right.
And what I did was I added gold into this part just to test And I've got to add something in the middle because it looks a little empty when I hang it up. See?
Okay. Well, you
it's
know,
going
you
to
can
be
do
reflective. I got to do the backs, of course, but.
You know, you can do a full picture back there. Your choice.
Well, I want to show you the picture of what we did when we did the silk your silk class that time. What was that silk? We started doing those portraits. So I've been working on that portrait. See.
Okay, that looks good.
I don't know if you can see.
Good. It just looks like you need to make the man's lips brown rather than black.
Yeah.
Unless that's his mustache.
It's hard to get his lips in there right. I'm not good with lips.
Just
and
do the lips.
They always put their big lips right on your face like that.
Lips, you can keep that black, but just do some brown on it because sometimes people have black lips. So just do some brown on it.
They have those red lips like my husband.
You can keep that dark color.
Yeah, it smears. The more I do, it bothers her face. Just like if somebody come and give you a big smooch on your face. You know, I thought I had finished it, but I still have some more work to do.
Okay, young people. So this is the finished product of that heart wind chime.
Oh, okay. It looks good.
So that's the moon over there. This is the heart turning around.
Okay. What's that at the very bottom of yours, Kim, of the heart at the very bottom? Okay. Oh,
just a little string of beads. All right, so that has 5 hearts on it. So moving right along. So what I did was I wouldn't say I said to you all you could do about 40 paper tubes. However, I just made sure to finish a whole box per se. Not box, I'm so sorry, magazine. And the first thing I want to show you is that I want to make some kind of small design out of this CD. But I'm going to see how simple it is to cut a star out. So I'm going to sit this star on the CD and trace it out. So I saw Miss Vicky, she had a really nice, neat shape of pieces, and I actually thought she cut squares out for her mirrors, but she said it was actual mirror, which was really good. However, even if you don't have mirror, if you have the time and the patience, you can still cut out your own shapes of CD. You just need a template, like if you want to cut some squares or circles, and you can also draw on the CD and cut the shapes out like that as well. Just like I'm drawing the stars out here, I'm using a little cookie cutter. I really want to get about 7 stars. However, out of this CD, I'm only going to be able to get 4. So what I'll do is just use another CD. And remember, I said that for me, I want you all to be innovative and creative as it pertains to those paper tubes. I'm going to make mine be a lattice. And if you want to do the same type of technique, It's no problem. My lattice is going to be having some kind of decoration on it, but it's also going to be used to pin photographs of like family members on there. Okay, this is the CD that I've drawn 4 stars on, and I just want to cut one out just to see how simple it is to cut it out, because it's already hard enough to cut these CDs out. So what I'm actually doing first is cutting the entire shape out like so, away from the other pieces so that I can get around it. And so right now I'm just gonna cut on the line of each right side as I go around of each point. And then I'm gonna go on the opposite side of each point of the star. To me, that just kind of makes it more simple and a little bit quicker, and I'm able to concentrate on what I'm actually cutting if I break it down like that. And I have one more left side. And so I think that star looks pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Although the backing has come off the top a little bit, all I have to do is glue that back together. And I'm just kind of trimming it up a little bit, making sure it looks neat and nice. And so I'll show you what I'm going to do with those a little bit later as it pertains to my lattice design. I'm going to keep those pieces of CD in case it's something that I can use soon. All right, so for the CD art so far, we've already made 2 wind chimes, which I really should have just concentrated on making one, but I just wanted to inspire you by making 2 different shapes or designs. And I said, be creative with the shapes and designs.
Bella, what you doing?
All right. And so right here, I'm going to use the newspaper that I'm actually working on as a template. And so what I'm going to do is basically just take, since I'm making this world shape, I'm going to take this marker and kind of go around the world so I can use that as a template. And so far, as you can see, last week we glued these beads on here for the African continent. And so as you can see, a few are kind of falling off, which is a good thing. They probably was never glued on. However, I still have to put a coat of clear Mod Podge on here to seal everything in. But so far, I'm glad that I did not. And today I've also went around the continent of Asia with this hot glue. So once I put the Elmer's glue in here, it won't pull out of the shape of the continent or change the shape of the continent. So once again, I don't know if you're gonna all create some type of wall piece of art, or if this is inspiring you to actually do something different with your cardboard, CDs, and or paper tubes. However, remember I was saying I wanted to put different attributes or the main products of each of these continents on my board. And so to do that, what I had to do was a little research. So far, even though I thought the seed beads would be really good for Africa, when I looked up what was Africa's main product, I got gold and diamonds. So what I'm going to do is kind of like put a little bit of gold in there and some diamonds or rhinestones on top of that as well. For Asia, I'll save that to last. All right. For Europe, I have machinery and equipment. So I think I'm probably gonna put some screws and some type of metals, something that won't cut you or something like that on there. On Australia, for Australia, I have iron and ore. Anybody knows what ore is? Come on, smarties. Anybody know what ore is? Ore. I ain't talking about what you roll yourself with in the water. O-R-E. All right. Even I don't actually know quite what it is.
Over?
So,
does it mean over?
No, ore is like something natural that comes from the earth.
Ooh. O-R-E?
O-R-E.
You know what? They use that in poetry a lot.
Oh.
Or the land. Oh, Lord, I don't know.
Somebody looking it up. Where my phone
No.
at? She said no. Miss Jean's so funny. All right. So ore is a natural rock or sediment that contains one or more valuable minerals, typically containing metals that can be mined, treated, and sold at a profit. The grade of ore refers to the concentration of the desired material it contains. So they have like gold ore, iron ore, copper ore, and ore, you just think of it as a rock. So they have rock with like it's gold, iron, you know, so that's what it is. In Australia, that's the main product that they have is iron and ore. All right, South America is, so I don't know how I'm going to put that on there. However, I'm getting some ideas. South America, I got sugar, bananas, cocoa, coffee. I could very well put a couple of coffee beans on there because the coffee beans will be preserved under the actual Mod Podge. I got for North America, which is the continent that we live on, I have mainly soybeans, tobacco, wheat, cotton, and corn. Did you know that? Those are our main products. Soybeans, tobacco, wheat, cotton, and corn.
We know about cotton.
Yeah, thank you. And we do have like tropical fruits that are imported from Caribbean islands. And we do deal with a lot of sugar, fibers, and minerals. So Antarctica has that really, really cold area down there where we think is like really, really, really cold. Antarctica has like minerals that really, they say you can find minerals there, and they do use a lot of things from Antarctica, but they're so trace that they kind of say it doesn't really matter. But some of the things that are in Antarctica are antimony, chromium, copper, gold. And I was thinking on Antarctica, I could even put a couple of pennies for copper, gold, lead, tin, uranium, zinc, and then Madagascar. I do have Madagascar as a piece of Africa, but it's not even its own continent. They have rice, cassava, vanilla, and coffee. So right now, before I put my lattice together, I want to quickly put the product on this continent here, and I keep the paper so that I will know how the continent is shaped. I'm going to go ahead and put my glue here so I can get I wonder, should I do that differently? I might. All right, so I can get my product here, which is really rice. So in Asia, their main product is rice. I'm just going around where the hot glue was, and you can see the that the Elmer's glue is not pooling out or anything. So I'm here, I'm going around, coming out a bit. All right, so once I kind of go around this circle, all I have to do is fill in the center. And if you are doing anything, or actually, I guess I'm just showing you what I'm doing with the lattice for my piece, but I'm going to actually use hot glue. So I have my hot glue gun already plugged up, and I'm gonna also use Elmer's glue to reinforce, because once hot glue sometimes gets cold, the pieces just crack loose. So this is some food products someone donated to the class. I have a bag of rice. We have beans that we were using and are making something out of nothing class for our human beings. And somebody donated some rice.
Kim, right above China, Asia is Russia. You know, the Soviet Republic is right above that at the very top of Asia. So it would be interesting to see what would the Soviet Republic, right at the top part where you just put the last rice.
Right here?
Yeah, right up at the top, all across from Europe all the way over. You got the Soviet Republic. Russia runs right closer to the European nation. They really come across right across the top.
Why you keep trying to take up for the Russian people so much? You been over there or something?
No, well, they're the East. Russia is the East. So, you know, China, I mean, you're saying Asia, that's a good representation. A lot of times people don't realize where the Soviet Republic was.
I'm just messing with you. So what are you trying to say? I should put something else up there different for the Russian people? Because I was really just
I don't know what the northern part, the eastern part of Europe, like Poland and all of that. Yeah, right up at that part. When you look it up on your map, you'll see.
Well, guess what I just realized? Okay, so I was thinking I shouldn't have put glue in this area, because I realized that was the Middle East.
Yeah, that's the Middle East.
Right here's the Middle East. So I could have did something different for them, but
you know, you can paint it blue. They're known for the Mediterranean. The Greek Isles and all of that run up in that area. Right around there. Well, it should be right up there around Italy when you're
I said, have you been there, Miss Vicky?
Where?
In the Middle East or Russia?
I've been to Europe. I haven't been to Asia.
Okay.
I just know where it is from the 5th grade.
You want
to go?
All right, so once you glue something like this.
I mean, Dan was over there in Vietnam.
Okay. When he was in the service.
Yeah, in Japan, and from the when they were over in the Vietnamese War, Cambodia and all that places right up under that area.
So once again, right here, you want to overly put the product on the glue so that the pieces can hit the glue and all, just like you do glitter. And as that dries, I'm gonna give it some time to dry. I'll just shake that rice off, the excess rice off, and put it back in the bag. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I'm gonna do to the lattice. So even though I actually just wanted to go ahead and get that rice done to get it to drying, because I have to finish these pieces even really before I create my lattice, but I'm just gonna go ahead. And so what you wanna do is just imagine that this piece is here, and that's why I have this template on the actual newspaper, because I'm really not completely finished. So I'm just saving those consonants in case I need the shape. And what I had made here was I have some of the paper tubes crossed here, because what it is, I have a larger size and a medium size, as you can see. And what I'm going to do
Did you spray paint them black or what?
I spray painted them black.
Or is that the way they came out?
And I turned them all around, and some of them still kept the newspaper look, the magazine paper look. And so I actually thought that would work to my benefit. So I'm going to leave some of the magazine paper there. And so what I want to do, me particularly, to create a lattice around this world, I'm going to just once again imagine that my circle is there, and I really need way more space than this. I'm going to work with what I have. And so I'm going to go around the whole world, but since I only have a certain amount of space right now, I'm going to start to build my pieces all the way around, outwardly. See, okay. I was gonna say, let me just move to a whole nother table. Okay, what I could do is just do half of it and then do the other side. So that's what I do. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of build these out and around like so. I'll pull it down a little bit more so I can get one at the top. Okay, that should be good. And these are my larger ones that I'm kind of like making the base for the base to give them some stability. And as you can see, I'm pulling a portion about 2.5 inches of the piece to touch the back of the actual cardboard of the world. And so from there, I think I'm gonna need another piece in between these to be able to layer my squares efficiently. And so now I'm taking one of these pieces in between all the way around. And remember, I'm gonna go all the way around the whole world so that you can, this would be a wall piece and you can add pictures if you like. Family pictures, friends, whatever. All right, so from there, I'm gonna start my lattice by crossing. Let me get that a little bit more parallel and straight on the top. And since that's going to be my focal point at the top, I want to use a better paper tube as well, one that looks much better and neater. And so right now I'm just going to start to create a design and shape going around. Crossing, making squares, and the lattice, so to speak. Okay, so it's good to go ahead and cross these so that you'll know where they'll sit for when you get ready to apply your glue. And that way everything will look uniform. It won't be looking junky. All right, so where some of these are touching, what I think I'm gonna do is basically kind of clip some of the ends. It's gonna be really cool. 1 second, young people. Sorry. All right, so now I'm seeing that this is the back of the piece. I can probably do about 4 here on the first row. So I'll just glue this first portion so you can see how that part is going to look.
Is this going to be a wall piece or something like a table or?
It's going to be hanging on the wall. And the world is going to be like the focal point, and around it, you're going to be able to put pictures of family and friends, like clip them on there, on this lattice. All right. So right now I'm going to take not only just my, that seems like that was too large. I'm gonna take not only just my hot glue, but my Elmer's glue as well. And for the first piece, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and take the Elmer's glue and put a few dots across where that's gonna sit. And also I'm gonna take my hot glue and do the same thing. All right, so you kind of got to work a little quickly. Just get the piece on there. All right, so once you kind of get one piece together, it'll hold all the pieces kind of still, and it won't be as moving around as much. And so instead of going to the middle right now, I'm gonna go down here to the bottom. I'm gonna add glue straight across. And be mindful, you can make any type of designs. You just have to open up your mind, your hearts, and be creative. So now I'm going back with the hot glue. The Elmer's glue is what's really going to reinforce, but the hot glue is what helps me to glue that down right now. Okay, I'm just gently holding that or pressing it down. And now you can see, let me let that dry a bit, that it's sturdier and it's not moving. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my other two pieces there. And they are all like kind of spaced out the same. So now let me just go across. I just want it to, so essentially all I have to do is build about five or six of these to go all the way around the piece. And I'm gonna cut the edges so that once the other sides are put on, that they don't stick in the way. So as I'm putting the other tubes on the piece, I turn them on the side facing up that I like. If I like, you know, a little bit of white on it or completely black, it's your choice. But I like a little bit of the magazine paper showing as well to actually show the raw material of what I'm using for these projects. Somebody thinks it's something really elaborate, that could show them that they could do the same thing as well. Make something out of nothing instead of always wasting, throwing stuff away, or actually purchasing things that you can make on your own. And not to say that it's not good to purchase things. You can purchase things, but sometimes it's just fun to see what you can come up with and create. All right, So this is my first piece of lattice, so to speak. And what I'm going to do is clip off these edges, but I'm going to measure them so that I can clip them off neatly. And I'm going to keep all of my large pieces to the side so I can do this a little bit later, show you what I come up with next class. But let me go ahead and clip off the edges. All right, so what I'm going to do is just basically go with the angle of the actual piece, like so. And I'm just going to put these to the side for right now. I may be able to use them for something. All right. So as you can see, I kind of cut that in an angle. I'm just going to clip this one a little bit more straighter. You can see this side looks much neater, much better. And I'm going to go ahead and clip this other side as well. And so what I'm measuring, the piece, which you can see this is the shortest piece. So I'm measuring each piece along with that, along those lines. All right, this one could be just a little bit shorter, although I didn't want to take off that much. All right, so this is my first piece of lattice. Some of these white spots you can see in here is just the Elmer's glue. It'll dry clear. And this part sticking down is going to be the part that sticks to the back of my world, and the top, I'm leaving that for right now in case I want to put some type of design on it. But that's going to be all for today. And I hope that that inspired you enough to go ahead and use your paper tubes for some design aesthetic to add with your CD art. And don't forget that just because even though I use the world, a circle for the world, you can, I think I heard somebody say they was gonna make an eye. You can make food. You can make a zodiac sign. Anything that you love, concentrate on that. And even if you need some type of printout, don't forget that I'm willing to make you all print some things out for you. All you have to do is email it to me, the images. Yes, Ms. Jean. You have to unmute yourself.
I was going to show Miss Vicky, my lady I'm working with too.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's a beautiful background. I love it. It's so romantic.
Thank you. Tell her the lips, his lips.
Yeah.
So I'm working everything. We can always see something to improve.
Yeah, they look nice. And when you
like those lips, I gotta get my lips together though.
Yeah, you gotta get your lips together.
Yeah, so silly. When you finally completely finish, don't forget to sign your work or sign your pieces. And sometimes you may not feel that you want to sign them on the front. Make sure to sign them right on the back so that you can authenticate those and make sure that people know that it's your artwork.
Yeah, I think the kids, when I'm gone, they'll enjoy it.
Yes, ma'am. So beautiful. And I know they'll be like, it's like, you probably don't even know how much they'll really cherish it, because they'll say that you know, they'll be like, Mom did this, or Grandmama did this, great grandmama
did this.
And they'll say, I wonder what she was thinking about when she painted this picture. Stuff like
I know. Oh, why did she do that?
So also, I just wanted to show you that instead of using CD paper, when you want some type of designs, I have this metallic paper. You know, You can use different types of papers if you like. You can add any type of art material you want to making something out of nothing, because these are things that you have around your home that you probably throw away, something that you can reclaim, redo. So just take your time to do that. I was just even thinking I don't want it to look too gaudy, but you know, at each crossing I could put rhinestones, you know, to bring out some bling or to make it look more like stars in the sky, since it's like the world, it could be in the space. You know, there's so many things that you can think of to go along with your theme that'll give you, you know, ideas. All right. So that we're concluding class today. And if you all wanted to know what is for lunch up here today, I think they're having chili, vegetarian chili, and those are the main entrees. Thank you so much for joining, making something out of nothing. Continue your crafts. I would love to see what you all are creating once you are finished. My name is Kimberlie Wright. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Stay safe, everybody. Thank y'all so much for sharing, Miss Jean.
Thank you. Just in time, because your internet was about to go out.
Okay. And Miss Betty, I know you'll be finishing your things later. And
I'm trying.
Yeah, I wanted to say I'm excited to say, and what are y'all gonna do for Miss Melody's birthday tomorrow? You know, you gonna call?
No, we haven't decided. Her mom asked her this morning where she want to go eat, and she said she didn't know.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know what we're gonna do for her.
Yeah, she'll probably think about it. So I'll give you a call later, Miss Betty. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, thank you.
And
bye-bye.
Peace and love, everybody.
Thank you.
Tuesday yoga.
Oh, yes, yoga. I've forgotten. Thank you.